I just place myself and arms in. Of course, you can do all kinds of uncivilized things after that if you like.
You like watching people get fucked for free?
Hey guys, Nick here, and welcome to the channel where we ask and answer the unnecessary martial arts questions. If you don't know who I am a former professional wrestler, an amateur boxing coach, as well as a BJJ purple belt. In a previous video, we took a look at Adam Mizner's takedown defense. And needless to say, his cult following did not appreciate my criticism because I am
an unbeliever.
And just to be clear, I am not a troll, a bottom feeder, nor a keyboard warrior. However, I am a slut for views. So, here is another video roasting Adam Mizner's fighting skills with added no respect.
'Cause now, I will snatch every motherfucker birthday.
And all this just because the comments on the actual video have been disabled. And, of course, because I am
An unbeliever.
Just so that we are clear on the matter. Being a good martial artist and a good fighter are two different things. Of course, being a good fighter means we are focusing on the combatives aspect of martial arts. Martial arts could be something performative, for instance. Or you could find a sort of spiritual journey along the way. There are martial arts that does focus on mindfulness type of training. However, if you are focused on one aspect of martial arts and then you're teaching stuff that is advertised as combative, effective, and the truth is it's actually not, well then I'm gonna rip you for it. And I know I've been a bit disrespectful to people commenting in my previous video, but if you're gonna come to me with these nonsensical stories, bullshit stories, crystal healing powers, alternative medicine that's been debunked, flat earth theory, well, I'm not going to give you the time of day, and yes, I'm going to be disrespectful because you are believing in stupid mumbo jumbo. And if you fail to explain things on how they work, well then, guess what? Now, I don't know if Adam Mizner is a good guy and he just believes in this full-heartedly, or if he's a con man. But if he's charging a lot of money for the stuff that he's teaching, I'm going to assume that he's a con man.
If you throw a jab, I can catch it, stick.
Okay, so first of all, chi powers are not real.
I know I have chi energy. You can see it with the half moons. My chi is up now because of the filming. I have half moons in my fingertips now.
And those chi powers are not going to give you the ability to stick like that. A person can just pull their hand away, for sure.
Because it's correct, not because it's light. And simply arm down. Okay.
Now, of course, I do not need words to disprove this one.
Toasty! Jump cross maybe, and I step out of the way, and I arm down.
Now, the only practical thing done here was the step away. And creating that angle. Maybe Adam does know a little bit about boxing. Nah. So, just a side note, did you see that poor stance and correction? So, when his stance was like this when he threw that straight, his center of gravity was over his knees. So it wouldn't take much to throw him over because he was very off balance. So he basically just kind of got himself off balance and corrected himself a little bit. The power stance of the cross should look something like this. Alright? So let me just do it correctly. This way, my center of gravity is between my knees, not over. And I'm committing for the punch, getting good weight transfer in, and can strike very powerful. Because I'm pushing from this foot, transferring my weight to this foot. And I'm stable. By going over the knee, stretching out that back leg, I am sacrificing a lot of power. One, I'm not committing for the punch and I'm off balance. So, maybe I am being a bit nitpicky here, but that correction in the stance is something that I argued about in the previous video. He corrects his stance in order to establish base so that he could be balanced. Whereas in previous videos, like there's no control, they're just all over the place. So why in this instance is it so controlled? And he bases out. But as you see, like with the rest of the techniques, he kind of just goes dead fish. He doesn't give realistic reactions. Why isn't he basing it out like that, like all the time when that connection has been broken? Don't tell me that, you know, that chi energy, it keeps you off balance for a while. The connection was broken. That doesn't make sense. Nothing's preventing me from posting out my arms or my feet to maintain balance.
Now it looks super silly and unrealistic, and it is if you don't have stick it here, join, follow, cultivated properly.
Ah, yes, the disclaimer. Because if you intend to do this on the streets and it doesn't work, guess what? It's not because you weren't good enough to pull it off. It's because it's fake.
If you do, you can do unusual things.
And of course, if this is the junk that you're learning, well, you can try using it in a fight and just not win. That's on you.
If you don't, yeah, their jab's going to be too fast, the way they retract it, you're not going to be able to do anything. Anyway.
So when it comes to jabbing, jabs are quick and can be very unpredictable. That's the whole point of it. That's what makes them a good defensive and offensive punch, right? So when I snap out, I bring it back immediately once it's done its job, okay? I can also get most of my reach out, okay? Cool. So when I jab, boom, it's quick, boom, it's quick, boom, boom, all right? Just getting it out there. So, because it's quick, snap out, bring back in once it's done its job, okay? So, if it was possible to cultivate your chi to stick like that, all right, wouldn't it be difficult to actually make that connection and cultivate that chi in the first place? It's not like, we're speaking hypothetically now, if this were real and were to work. But now, because of the nature of the jab, it can be very unpredictable, because I can throw feints to get that reaction, right? Boom, boom. Okay, just to get a reaction and then pop that jab off that reaction to obviously strike them in the face and get that knocked back in the head and then come with a more powerful punch. There are instances when a boxer parries and it fails because they just react. Now, if you don't know what a parry is, it's just a little slap on the wrist. Okay? Boom. Slap and misdirect that punch. You can miss and you can still get struck. So in this instance where you're actually stretching out your hand to parry, I mean, you're just opening yourself up.
This is how Tai Chi Chuan defeats speed and power.
I don't know if some of you know this, but a lot of these type of Tai Chi practitioners use the term touch hands for this type of practice.
Ha! Gay!
And it's a very intimate term. Like, very intimate. To be honest, if somebody like that was across the room, staring at me with that uneasy sexual tension type of energy, to touch hands, well then I wouldn't expect this junk.
Yep. I distance myself, so the next punch can't hit me. and I arm down. Now, even if I'm close, it breaks the nature of his punch.
Of course, I'm running out of that room quickly. As quick as my fat ass can.
Okay, for
Win the fingers.
Now, like I said earlier in the video, being a martial artist and being a fighter, it's two different things. The goals are different. However, if you're advertising or demonstrating something to be something that it's not, then we have a problem. And as stated before, I don't know if he's a good guy that really just believes in the stuff, or if he's a con man, but I'm going to assume that he's a con man because he charges a lot of money for these workshops and classes and seminars and so forth. And that sounds kind of fishy. But once again, these are only assumptions, but this stuff is clearly not real. And people get caught in this fantasy of it working and it being something. Now, I know I'm going to be attacked for this once again, and guess what? I don't care. I am also aware of the Power of Chi movie that is coming out, or that is out. Somebody did give me the link to the trailer, and that's a whole video on its own. And yes, things in there can be debunked, which I will cover in the next video. So, keep training, and until next time, take care.